Hello, everybody. I'm back again. Forget that silliness. Forget that silliness. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, quick. Hello, Kick. Hello, Twitch. Hello, YouTube. We are back again. Get it? Wow. Oh, all right. Hope you're use level 71, so we shall see if it has the power that I need. Oh, right. I kept dying. I kept dying in Empowered. I think I was too low level. I was like in the level 60s. And I don't have like the top end gear. I went back down to regulars, even though I was in Empowered. Because I just kept dying. What do we got here? No. You know what? I have. I think one area that we need to improve on. It's gonna kind of suck because we're gonna lose. We're gonna lose some levels in Flame Ward, but it has to be done. I need to improve on my rings. I'm sure I got some good rings now. I'm sure I can actually use some of my rings. And they could probably increase, because like as cool as both of these have been, it's okay. It's okay. We got to say goodbye to both invokers. We'll hang on to that. I'm using this. I'm kind of messing around with this, but I would like stats like this on an Urzeals, but ultimately we got to actually start using something. Like I am using Fireball, so this might make sense. This might actually make sense. I mean, we're going to get armor. We're going to get +3 to Fireball, which is 107% spell damage increase. Because that's something I'm lacking right now. I'm actually lacking those sorts of things. It's just, I don't want to give up mana. Mana. Okay, cool. So Let's see. We got mana and intelligence and necrotic resistance. Oh, and chance to apply frailty. That's cool. This is not going to be our forever setup. May I know what is your catalyst offhand? That is a Scales of Atera that has not been slammed, Che. It's just it was just a placeholder until I figure out what I want to actually do. Scales of Atera can be a very... This can really flat tire a build. If you look over here, casting a cold spell grants infusion. Cold infusion. Casting a lightning spell grants lightning infusion. I'm doing all fire damage. You do not. I repeat, do not. I mean, I guess you could use this with a multi-elemental build, but... It's like a huge boost in power for like one spell, and then it goes on a cooldown, and while on cooldown, you lose a bunch of damage. So if I ever use something like a Scales of Atera, I try and find one that doesn't use the same element that I'm trying to use, and then I'm just using it for the attunement, intelligence, elemental resistance, cast speed, the intelligence on the offhand itself, and the spell critical strike chance. This is not my forever setup, though, for sure. I think it's time to move on. When I made this sorcerer, I knew that I would want to use a staff and do my best Gandalf impersonation. That day has arrived now, chat. I didn't want to use any random staff. I could have used this. I wanted to use this staff. The Shimmering Horde Staff of Conflagration. I also got to move on from this. Like, it's cool to have so much mana, but I mean, if I take this off, we go down to 492 mana. I mean, that sucks, but man, that wand was giving me a ton of mana. Holy frick. Okay, let's see what kind of rings I got. Technically, I picked all these up while on Sentinel, so I probably don't have very many good ones. See, like all this throwing attack stuff. Elemental damage over time. Health. Well, just one of these rings, without really messing with it, has immediately taken care of my necrotic resistance. We'll just have to rock with that. Oh, wait, this might be better? Because it's actual elemental damage. This was elemental damage over time. Do we have anything with intelligence? Oh, yeah. Okay. Boom. Let's just use that. That's a boom. Intelligence. Okay. And we should really consider replacing. What do I have? This one has mana and armor. Let's pull this one into the forefront. See, I don't have a lot of like I don't have a lot of class affix stuff. Yeah, I'd probably want armor and reduced. Okay, what else would I want on here? Either a resistance or something like ward per second. Ward per second could be interesting. Or we can go for more armor. I mean, we already know this isn't going to be my forever body armor anyway. Test? Okay, cool. Mic's still working. Okay. What do we got? Armor could be a play. Ward per second could be a play. I'm just going to take the ward per second. Now we need this to seal so I can add mana. Thank you. Now we need the mana because we're about to lose a bunch of mana, chat. Okay, well that sucks. Holy moly, I just lost so much mana. Yeah, it's not worth it. I'm just gonna have to make this Kestrel work for right now. Yeah, let's put that in there. We might have to go... No. Let's go ahead and shatter. Okay, we have 3 unspent points. I mean, there's always mana regen. What's my intelligence? 53. Okay. So what I take here? I did take 5 points here for more fire damage. More fire damage over time. We might be at a point where 1.5 points makes sense. Mana cast speed. I mean, this can help me get back some mana. I'm gonna take this. It's not for the health. It's for the 8% damage reduction. Thank you for the likes over on YouTube, guys. I appreciate it. Let's get into this. This might not be enough. Oh, yeah, I got some skills to level. Let's take that. I don't know how I feel about Fireball. It's cool. Now, what we could do is take 1 point. Hey, Bike, what type of Meteor build are we doing? I don't know. I perused. I briefly looked for a few Meteor build guys, and when I say briefly, I'm talking like 20 seconds. All right. Nothing caught my eye immediately, so I'm going at it myself. As somebody who plays a lot of Sentinel, I've played a lot of Last Epoch, but most of that's been spent on Sentinel. So I'm just kind of futzing around here. What I'm really trying to do is just commit to whatever I pick. Like, I've already determined I don't really care about these stats right here. I don't care about the Craterborn buff. I don't care about the Cycle of Fire. I mean, it's cool, right? We can generate some mana, but right now, like, I got a lot of mana. I used some Sentinel hacks. Because if you guys didn't know, Mage doesn't get percent mana as an affix. Only Sentinel and Rogue. So I took a Sentinel chestplate with percent mana and a T7 mana, and I slammed it with a Kestrel. Because it was the only 3 LP thing I had. I just wanted to see if it would work. And it did. So I can now use percent mana as a mage. Via Sentinel hacks. And I mean, I had a couple guys last night when this happened in the chat who were like, they play a lot of mage. They play a lot of mage, and they're like, yeah, that's cool, but in the end, you're probably still better off with some mage-specific uniques like Unstable Core. And I'm like, oh, that's cool. That's cool. But they did say that that was kind of a cool thing, because they didn't even know if it would work. We weren't even sure if this percent mana would be tagged as a class-specific skill. We weren't sure, because it only drops for Sentinel and Rogue. You know, it's quasi-universal, but, you know... And then we couldn't, like, mash an Unstable Core with a Sentinel. That one doesn't work. It'll work for universal items. No, you don't. So, from what they were telling me yesterday, this doesn't really change the chest piece area. This doesn't change your tunic, so to speak, but this could change the game potentially, maybe, in the helmet slot. Since, yeah, I agree. As a Sentinel main, I have no idea how to play other classes too. I didn't realize you don't. See, that's the thing, Dotarion. We play so much Sentinel, we're so used to seeing percent mana, right? And then, you know, I actually am now investing some time going at it on my own. Normally, if I play another build, most of the time I'm following a guide. And if the guide doesn't call for it, I don't even try and put it on there. So since I was going at this at my own, one of my first thoughts is, oh, yo, mana on a mage, let's get percent mana. And I'm like, wait, where is it? All I see is flat. And then it's like, oh, this doesn't drop for mage or primalist or acolyte. And I just leveled an acolyte to like level 95 or 6. But I was following a guide, and the guide didn't call for percent mana. I didn't even look for it. Yeah, so I'm using this kind of bum Kestrel for right now. You know what would be awesome if I had all 3 of these stats on a 3LP Urzeals. I didn't have a 3LP Urzeals, and I was more like, oh, will this work? So we did just lose a frick ton of cast speed. But it looks like we picked up some good flat damage. Oh, and looks like they have a dodge chance? Yeah, I did have like a frick ton of cast speed that I just kissed off. But I wanted all of my hits to actually make sense. I have no idea how to play other classes. You and me both, man. It's a learning experience for me.
I cannot do that.
Spell critical strike chance. No, I like the mana. Let's see if we can't change out our amulet. I think a little spell critical strike chance or mana. Do I have a mana one? Mana could be good. Mana. Okay, so what do we got here? Mana regen. That's not too shabby. But I might be better off. Like, this could be cool, but it requires level 76. Health, mana, armor shred, frailty, critical strike chance. Okay, I think this is, by all accounts, better than what I already have. Mana regen, that's got to be a T. Oh, that's a T6. That's a max T6. Okay. I have a lot of elemental damage over time because I was messing around with some elemental. Oh. I mean, I guess I still got a chance to turn the build back around to dot, but I want crits. I want big explosions. That's right. I did lose a lot of fire resistance. That's okay. I like this. That's a T4 mana, isn't it? Yeah, okay. Well, that's more mana than what I had. Honestly, let's try Empowereds again. We got some more damage to work with. We're still kind of low, level 71, you know? Oh, I think I gotta go adjust my blessings. Yeah, I think what's happening is I'm getting either crit really bad or no, I can't really take that much of a hit. We do have more damage though, which is good. Okay, well that's one. Okay. Chance to ignite on fire hit. Okay. Well, let's go make some adjustments. No, we don't want that. We want this.
Hello, traveler.
Oops. Lightning resistance. Oh, hey, what up, King Tater? How's it going, man? I stopped by this guy's stream yesterday. He seemed like a really cool dude. I'm gonna follow you now, King. Thank you for the follow. I saw that after the fact. Really cool guy, really chill environment. King Tater's the dude, man. Nothing much, brother. It's going all right. Excellent. Excellent. So what do we got here? Glove shard drop rate. Literally all my void resistance is coming from this. Oh, of course. 50%. We can get this up to 70 if we farm. Let's see. What's the range on this? Okay, it is the highest. This is technically what I need. So now we're at max critical strike avoidance plus that 50. We're at oh dear. I gotta pick up critical strike avoidance somewhere else for right now. What ring do I not care about? Let's put that back on. I don't care about this ring too much. It's not going to be a forever ring for me. So let's go ahead and seal. And let's add... I think ultimately I would like to try and get damage reduction. So what do we got on that? 11, what is that? 16 out of 19. What is that? That's 23 out of 24. Okay, so with the belt, with the ring, belt and ring and the blessing, I'm at 100%, more than 100% critical strike avoidance. Neither of this gear would make the build feel good if we can get affixes like that. All right. So what you up to today, King? What kind of baddies you taking out today, man? Intelligence. It's okay. I'm good. Okay, well, we're surviving. Sure. We'll take that. I'm not completely sold on focus. I mean, focus is cool for right now. I don't think I want to go any more past that. We could take mana efficiency. Creates a fire glyph, which explodes, so they got to be standing there. Let's just take the damage. Okay, are any of these good? 22 ward per second. Area for elemental skills, 31 ward per second. That could be much more interesting than what I have. Okay. That's fire damage. Fire penetration with ignite. Okay. Let's take that for now, because that's survivability. Let's take that for now. Whoa, wait. No. That goes right there. Now let's put that right there. Alright, cool. In case you're wondering why I'm picking up all these mage idols, all my idols are Sentinel. So, what is this? Okay. Okay, so we got some points to spend. I say we put at least 1 point here. So we can get to these two, because these look really cool. So if I can get 60 intelligence. Alright, 60 intelligence. So if I get another ring with intelligence on it. So if I can get an ivory ring with intelligence. And use it here, that can... Okay, cool. Cool. That's an upgrade path. Cool. Who's the imposter not playing Sentinel? I know, right? Well, Coco, I know you've been here before. I don't know if you were here last cycle, but last cycle I did say that this season, or this cycle, I would play at least one non-Sentinel build, and that it would be Sorcerer, and then they went and buffed the snot out of it. So I was dragging my feet on that, because I didn't want to look like I was joining the bandwagon. Sentinel main abandoned Sentinel. But you know, we're not quite 2 months in. Not quite 2 months in to the cycle. But I mean, come on, it's been almost 2 months. I think I can now make good on my promise. Man, I'm just getting schlacked out here. I think I blasted through the monos too fast. We're like level 72, and it's not like I got twink gear or anything. Like, you can argue the Kestrel is twink gear for sure. Okay, now I am curious about something. I really don't find classes who are like one-trick pony to scale damage like Sork and Locke, as far as I know. You don't really find classes? What don't you find about them? I mean, this seems okay. Oh, I got you. This is your main thing. Yeah, that's true. When I read the whatchamacallit, the class benefits, it definitely seemed like if you weren't stacking mana, you were just gimping yourself. You don't find it appealing. Got it. And then, yeah, Warlock as well. I mean, I guess you could play Warlock without stacking Necrotic Resistance, but they at least... I mean, the build I played required it because you're using a Bone Clamor for Ward. But they had nodes in there you could do extra damage. If you're trying to do, like, Torment damage, it really scaled off your necrotic resistance. So that, of course, went hand in hand with Bone Clamor. Okay. Yeah, but from my memory, when I played Warlock, granted I played Warlock for like 5 days. My memory was that necrotic resistance scaling really helped if you're trying to do torment damage. But Warlock also does ignite damage very well. Does ignite damage pretty well too. That's the correct phrasing. Unless there was another node that I missed or didn't pay attention to that also gave you just flat damage scaling with necrotic resistance. Like across the board. Now, I guess you can make the argument that Torment, like if you're playing a Warlock, you should just be playing Torment anyway, but I don't know. Like, I liked it when I was doing Ignite, because the way I played that build, the way I played Warlock is I leveled up to like level 80 something with my own build, and then I went and followed the build guide, which then took everything in a different direction. You fools! Okay. You foolish barbarians! Back to your lairs! You Neanderthal scum! Fools! That one goes out to Mark. So let me think. How many classes in the game do we have that have like a shtick, right? Stack this, gain insane benefit. We got Sorcerer. Arguably, we got Warlock with the necrotic resistance shenanigans. Necrotic resistance only increases torment damage. Okay, but it goes so well hand in hand with Bone Clamor Barboot. I do see your point, Coco. Like, if you're not playing a Torment build, it does kind of make you feel like, well, look at this. If I want to use Bone Clamor, which is a great item, it might not be like super, 1000 corruption, whatever, but if you're using a Bone Clamor, you're probably scaling necrotic resistance. If you're scaling necrotic resistance, what do? You also go Torment. So that kind of caps your build there as well. I do see your point. And then Void Knight with the recent Vitality change. Like, yeah, if you want to play a Strength Void Knight, I feel like you are, and your melee, you're kind of messing yourself up there. Like, not gonna lie, you're leaving so much health on the table, and you're leaving more void damage on the table as well by going strength instead of vitality. So that's another one. So like Sorcerer, you're just leaving. You're straight up like any build you play on Sork. Like literally any build you play on Sork, if you do not have mana, bro, because what you're trying to do is increase the cost to make your damage go up. And then there's also very specific nodes, get X benefit if you have X number of mana. And then they immediately give you plus 50 mana. So you're incentivized to stack mana and make everything more expensive. Because otherwise you're leaving this huge amount of damage on the table. It's like, no, I just want to play with like 200 mana and have massive mana regen, and I want to try and reduce the cost of everything. No, you're disincentivized from that. So that's another play style where if you don't put a bunch of mana on your gear, or you're able to overcome that and still make your build worthwhile. I don't know, because at that point, why are you playing Sorcerer? Just to get access to Meteor? Maybe to get access to this side of the skill tree? Like, there are some... Okay, like, if you're playing a fire dot build... Yeah, only thing I want to see is Lament of the Last Refuge kill Aberoth. I know that item. That's a spear, right? Let me just look up Lament. Let me look at spear. Or is it a staff? Two-handed spear. All Lament of the Lost Refuge. There we go. Unique Rat City Impaler. Oh my god, what a name. Melee damage, void spell damage, volcanic orb converted to void. Ooh. Chance to gain corrupted heraldry when you cast volcanic orb. Chance to gain corrupted heraldry when you hit by shrapnel from volcanic orb. Volcanic orb's base damage is converted to void and scales with increases to void damage instead of fire. +5 spell damage per stack of corrupted heraldry. All stacks of corrupted heraldry are lost when you use a movement skill. 18 to 30% of remaining volcanic orb cooldown recovery when you use a melee attack and hit at least one enemy. Corrupted heraldry increases movement speed, mana regen, and adds a +5 void spell damage. Stacks 12 times. 5 times 12 is 60. You can get flat 60 void damage. Bruh. I mean, you're kind of pigeonholed in here. I mean... That sounds yummy. I mean, that sounds like something I would do, you know. Void Knight Simp over here plays Sorcerer and converts iconic fire spell into void spell. Sack fire aura to max this staff. But nope. Okay, I'm pretty sure I got a Lament here. I'm pretty sure I found Oh my god, I never picked one up. No, that's impossible. I had to have picked up one of these things. Are you telling me I never... You probably can get a 3LP cheap in the bazaar? I'm Circle of Fortune, though. You're unlocking empowered monos to feel really in-game? I mean, I just unlocked them and I think I went too fast. Still a noob at this game? Hey, man, we all start somewhere. Omnividence? Yeah, I never picked one up. I've had those drops so many times and I just ignored them. Oh, you know what? I had Trident. Trident of the Last Abyss drop. That's what I was thinking. Yeah, this is pretty much... I got a lot of Aberoth's command, man. Okay. And somebody was telling me to check out Velatria's. Converts converts Meteor into a lightning spell, along with other benefits.
Fools. Fools. I cannot do that.
Oh, there we go. Cast speed and mana, sure. Nope. Imagine if we can have a mount as huge as Aberoth's Void Creature. Mounts in this game, like, they'd have to take the game in a different direction. They'd have to create, like, an open world area. What do we got? You notice that we don't actually kill Aberoth, his mount kills him. Yeah. We just, I guess, smack him around enough that he's like, what? And his mount is like, you know what? I've had enough of your shit. I've had enough of it. This ends now. That might not be the play. This is not going to be enough mana and cast speed. And then we're not going to, when you directly use 3 skills in a row that cost 0 mana, you gain a burst of mana and we're never going to get a benefit from that. So just 1 point is all we need. Let's get that 1 point back.
Hello, traveler.
Okay, since I'm here, is there anything I want to like reconsider on? No, not on that one. Maybe on this. I mean, I'm not really doing this very much anymore. I mean, we'll lose the spreading flames chance, but at this point, is it really that worth it? In the next cycle, we'll have a monolith timeline where we saved Aberoth from the void creature and hold hands and then live happily ever after. Wow, that was quite the story time. You gain ward based on your current mana when you use a skill that costs at least 40 mana. Oh, okay. So I use a skill. Great. It costs at least 40 mana. Now I gain ward per 15 current mana. Again. These effects are doubled if you have recently, in the last 4 seconds, either used a skill that costs 40 mana. Okay. Lightning. Okay. Values doubled it. So if we can get 1,000. But yeah, let's grab this. Because this gives us more intelligence. Now we can pick up some points here.